Hello again, friends. Continuing on from our very first video on how to apply our 10-button diatonic Cajun accordion knowledge of licks, scales, chords, etc. in the key of C accordion directly onto our middle row of our GCF triple row 31 or 34 button diatonic accordion. I thought it would make perfect sense to begin with learning how to play a very basic tune that's used a lot for both Cajun and Zydeco, Creole dance music. And first start with how to do it on the Cajun accordion. And those of you who already know this song, jambalaya, by the way, of course. What else? Play it your own style, any way you want, doesn't matter, because the basic melody, whatever version you already have, the basic melody will be there. So I'm going to try to make this real simple, and what you're going to find right away, what I've done is to make it a little more realistic, let's say, is I disengage the top reed bank and the low reed bank. I just have the two reed banks going. So these two stoppers are up and these two are down. So it's going to replicate as much as possible your Corona 2 sound, or your 9-switch Zydeco accordion that might have all kind, 4 sets of reeds, but to get that nice, beautiful singing two reed sound, they have this switch that just gives you the 2 reeds. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to do. And my accordion's tuned dry, so you probably can't tell hardly any tremolo anyway. But anyway, back to what we learned on the very first video, as you know, how we got from 10 button 3 on the push. You can directly apply that to, did I say, on the triple row on the C row from button 3 on. I think that's what I said. If I make any mistakes, let me know. I apologize ahead of time. This is only my second video of any kind ever, so bear with me. I appreciate it. So why don't we start with jambalaya, and just the basic melody. That's the A part, and I'm using mostly octaves. And then, as you know, the B part, the chorus. Of course, the left hand has, on the push, the bass note for C, bass, the root, and the chord, C major chord, and as you know, on the pull, there's the G bass note, and then here's the G chord. So it's 1 and 5. 1, 5, as you know. So I'll try to put those in too, because we're going to want to play the bass notes on the left hand. And the bass chords on the left hand on the GCF triple row as well in accompaniment. So here we go. You play along with me, your own version. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. As I was saying before, we'll go to the B part, but now I'll have the accompaniment with it. Okay, so we got this established. We have our basic song that we should all know by now, and we're going to put it on the triple row. And this is how I learned. I took jambalaya and went from there. So here, once again, we're on the triple row here, and we're in the middle row in the key of C. And once again, remind you, we're not going to use the button 1. And we're going to go from button 3 on. Okay. So I'm going to try to play the same licks to replicate what I did on the 10 button as much as I can. Okay. So here we go, and I'll put in the accompaniment. And here are your bass on the push. There's a C note, C chord. They're kind of in the middle in this row here. By the way, as you all know, there's no little indentation on the bass note for C on the button. You could feel like the regular piano accordions when we took lessons many years ago, and we'd all talk about that indentation, knowing that that's where your home base for C is. None of that going on here. So anyway, there's that on the push, and that's the 1 chord, C chord. And on the pull, the same 2 buttons, bass for G, and then chord for G. Just like on your Cajun accordion. So here we go. I'll do as many octaves as I can, just to make it real simple. The melody's simple, but a little fat, so you can hear it. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.